You guys ready?
Yeah.
WBH Radio, host William Holly. Special young men in the building with me today. They play high school basketball at Wingate with us. And they just finished up their senior year. We got Mr. Aiddan Smith. What's up, young man?
What's good, coach?
And Bryce Haynes.
What's up?
Our point guard. It makes sense that we do this podcast together with you two specifically because it seems like y'all known each other forever. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the origins of y'all relationship.
We met at Eagle Academy Middle School, or probably before that, elementary school, 5th grade, right?
Yeah,
we met in 5th grade.
We met in the park. We literally met in the park.
Tilden Park.
Tell me about it.
We was just playing ball. We was just playing basketball. It's crazy because like my uncle that went to school is his brother.
Yeah, my older brother.
Mm-hmm.
They both went to EO together. And then we met in Tilden Park playing 3-on-3, and we just built a connection from there. And then we found that we went to the same middle school together. We was like, yeah, it's up from now.
What type of basketball was Aiddan at that age, Bryce?
Oh,
No.
my.
I'm sure.
He would just catch and shoot. Yeah.
What about Bryce? What kind of ball player was Bryce?
He's the same version. Like he still was the point guard at the time. He was a chuck still.
He wasn't passing even back then, huh?
Nah.
Nah, I heard Bryce was like some child prodigy. Like the first time he picked up a basketball, he was with it.
Yeah. Dribbling 2 basketballs at like 3.
Yeah.
Right in the YMCA.
So y'all went to Eagle Middle School. This Eagle network is unique, man, because the kids all know each other. The families all know each other. You know, we got Eagle Brooklyn High School. We got Eagle Bronx High School. We got Eagle Middle School. It's like y'all like your own cult. Tell me about the time at Eagle together. What was that like? And recently I just learned that it was an all-boys school. What was it like at Eagle Middle School?
Nah, it was fun. When you first get there, you're not gonna like it because they're a little rough on you. And try to make it seem like it's strict, but once you get to know like the staff and stuff and the teachers, it's like a family. So you get used to it.
When you get to like 8th grade, 9th grade, then they start to ease up because they realize that you actually maturing. Because like they think when you're in 6th, 7th grade, they think that you think everything a game still.
What's strict about it? Give me an example.
Like they got this rule named 1-4, we all fall. So if students would get trouble a few times, they'll put you on this thing called reset. And with reset, you have everybody in the grade got to stand in the hallway in a straight line, and they all like yelling at you and stuff like that. But
From your classmates' mistake?
yeah.
The whole grade had to do it. The whole grade.
And then there was this thing called the Eagle Pledge. So they'll send you home, and it'll be like you have to write it 50 times for homework.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was just like rough, and everybody had to do it. If you ain't do it, get in trouble.
Hold on. Tell me about this whole lining up on the wall and we won 1-4. What's it called?
1-4, we all fall.
1-4, we all fall.
It was rough. 1-4, we all fall was like the worst in like 7th grade. Like it was worse in 7th grade because like that's when you had to. 7th grade was like I don't even know how to explain it. That's like that was like the year of the strict teacher basically.
Did either one of you cause the grade to get in trouble?
Nah.
At any point?
Nah, I got in trouble a couple times, but like it wasn't like no big trouble. Like it was like petty thing.
But did the grade all have to line up?
Nah, not because of me.
Okay, you dodged it. How did it feel when you had to line up for somebody else's mistake?
I ain't gonna lie, I was very like upset though. It was like things that could have been avoided. Like they just did it regardless.
The kid that caused you guys to get in trouble, would you ever go over and be like, yo, tighten up because we don't want that to happen again?
I mean,
Nah, we definitely did because sometimes it was our mates. Sometimes it was our friends, so we definitely did.
So let's examine that. Why do you think the school implemented that type of punishment?
For that stuff like that wouldn't happen again. That's it.
yeah. I feel like they made that rule so you could communicate with your brothers, let them know like it's not cool to do stuff like that. You get yourself together, get themselves together, stuff like that. Yeah.
How do you think that impacted you as a basketball player?
That had no impact on what I do on the basketball court.
I mean, it helps with communication, cause
For me.
We know it. Nah, but that's military stuff. You know, I'm a U.S. Army veteran. Yo, if your brother get in trouble, we all get in trouble.
Yep.
We all get in trouble. So it makes you, yo, bro, you better tighten up. because I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to do push-ups. I don't want to be rolling in the mud. But to me, that translates to basketball.
Mm-hmm. You got to talk to your teammates.
Did you guys play basketball at Eagle Junior High School?
Yeah, I played all 3 years in middle school, and my freshman year I played JV, and 10th grade I played varsity, but that was the COVID season.
I only played 2 years.
At middle school?
Yeah, I played 6 and 7. 8th grade I didn't really play.
What was your experience like?
7th grade, we had the God squad in 7th grade.
Yeah, but we was playing up. We was playing with the 8th graders.
8th graders. Like that 8th grade team, it was like
We had Tyler Johnson, Zaire Williams.
Zaire was a freshman.
Oh yeah, he was a freshman.
We had Tyler, we had Dream, we had Steven. Dream and Steven, they had Monroe, the D2 JUCO. And
Why didn't you play 8th grade?
I don't even know.
What did you think when you saw your friend wasn't there 8th grade?
I mean, I felt as though that he could do it. He just wasn't pushing himself enough to do it. But it was also like a little like beef with the coaching staff and him. They always like push down on him like he couldn't do it or something.
How could there be beef if you're the student athlete, they're the coach? What was the problem? I never got this story. Okay? You were in Eagle and then you ended up at Wingate. Tell me why.
Why I left Eagle?
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason I left Eagle is because like I thought I could be good enough for like freshman year JV. I thought I was good enough, and like I went. It had like what? How many tryouts? They had like 5.
Yeah.
It had like 5 tryouts. I went to 1 because I thought I'd be good enough at 1 tryout. I went to 1. I ain't make it, so I was like, I'm not playing. And 10th grade, after that was COVID. Then we came back to school. I was fat, so I was like.
Oh, help me understand. You said there was 5 trials and you didn't make it after the first trial?
Yeah, I ain't know. The first one I ain't go because like, I ain't have shorts. I ain't know about it. So then the second one I was there. I ain't make it. So I was like, after that it was COVID. All my mans on the team. I was still at the game supporting because like, you know, all my mans, Bryce, everybody was there. So I was at the games. I was supporting and stuff. And then like COVID happened. And then junior year happened. And I was in communication with Bigger because like, freshman year was the time of LCG camp, and that's when he was the coach at Dewey. Mm-hmm. And he had everybody at Dewey, like Fran, Urel, everybody. So I was like, I'm out of here.
So after COVID, you said you described it as fat. Your words, not mine. How much did you weigh?
I was like 220. I was like 5'10".
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. So tell me about when you made the decision to switch to Wingate.
It was a big decision. Like I had to get my mom involved. I had to get my mom involved from the start. But I talked to my mom about it. I was talking to Coach Dwayne about it.
Your AAU coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, am I really gonna go to Wingate? Like, cause like, what if I go to Wingate? Like, what's gonna happen? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Wingate because I want to play basketball. So then I went, and like, it was a better decision because now I'm gonna play college basketball at a college.
So when you were sitting out and you watching the Eagle basketball team play, you had a desire to play basketball, but you knew it wasn't going to happen there. So you looked elsewhere, and that's how you ended up at Wingate.
Yeah.
Tell me about your first days at Wingate, because I'm gonna tell you about my experience of your first days at Wingate. Go ahead.
Now you want to know everything, or you
want? Just your first experiences with the Wingate basketball team, and now being under Coach Baker's tutelage, like being in the building and knowing that this basketball thing's about to happen. What was that like?
Oh, it was like, I walked in. I only knew 3 people at the time. So I walked in. I was sitting in the office. And Jordan walked up to me. Jordan was like, "Oh my God, you're here? Oh my God!" Like I was laughing because I was like, "But I didn't even know you go here. I didn't even know you went here."
Cause Jordan too was a former Eagle guy. I tell y'all like a cult.
He went to AF.
Nah, yeah, I think Jordan did go to AF.
Yeah, he went to AF.
He wasn't Eagle at some point?
Nah, he was thinking about it.
You sure? All right, because I know he know Aka and all of them. You sure he wasn't? Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. My bad. So Jordan was excited to see you?
Yeah, because he hasn't seen me. And before that, he ain't seen me in like 2 years. Because like, I knew Jordan from when he was like a little kid. Mm-hmm. So then it was that. And like, the gym was being done at the time. Yeah. So we didn't really have a gym. So Baker, he told me about, like, we had a practice. My first practice was at MS61. I was there, and it was just like, it was me. I don't even know how to explain it. We was just competing now.
How did the expectations compare to what was actually taking place? Like what you was expecting when you walked in versus what took place. How did it compare?
Like expecting on the team?
Yeah, just the experience, being a part of a team, practice every day. Like how did it compare to what you were anticipating?
It's nothing that I didn't anticipate because at the same time I was playing Take Flight, and that's the same. Like it's just different players. It's like the same everything. It's just different players.
All right, I'm gonna give you my take in a minute. But Bryce, when you saw Aiddan had left Eagle because he left before you did, what were your thoughts?
I was like, who am I gonna go home with every day now? I don't got nobody to take the bus with.
I told him I was leaving before it even happened though.
Yeah, when I saw that he was gone, I didn't think he was gonna transfer for real until like that day. Like he actually just stopped coming. I was like, nah.
Did you ever talk to him about it or try to talk him out of it?
I mean, I didn't try to talk him out of it. I just didn't believe that he was gonna go, cause he just kept saying I'm transferring. I was like, no, you're not. But it was the same thing for me when I was transferring to Wingate. So I understand how they feel.
Let me give my take on Aiddan's first days at George Wingate. So we at Wingate, our head coach Kayvon Baker, my former college teammate. We going through the season, which is junior year for UA. And, you know, he's talking about the team and the roster. And he kept telling me this kid Aiddan is coming. Like every couple days, I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, Aiddan. I'm like, who's that? He's like, yo, bro, I told you. He's like, yo, who is that again? He's like, yo, he's from the summer league. He plays Take Flight. I'm like, all right, cool. The first time I see Aiddan in an official capacity at Wingate, we're playing at Transit. He shows up late. Now, he's not playing, to his credit. He wasn't eligible yet, I think, like his physical, whatever. He wasn't eligible, but he came late. Right? So security is like, yo, one of yours is down here. I'm like, yo, Bakes, like, yo, we gotta go get him. So I go get him and stuff. And then we start practicing and thing. And yo, I love Aiddan Smith to this day. But it was rough them early days.
It was rough.
I felt as if you, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, I felt like you came from Eagle, which is a AA program. Those are your friends, those are your peers, you balling with them. And you felt that Wingate, which is in the tier a little bit lower, I felt you thought it was going to be a walk in the park.
Nah, I didn't think it was going to be a walk in the park. But I knew it wasn't going to be the same because, like, I was leaving all my friends that play ball out there. And, like, their competition, I mean, like, what they were doing, I wasn't doing it. So, like, I knew, like, when I was going to get here, it was going to be, like, a different ball game compared to, like, what they was doing.
Okay, that's fair. Because I felt like you thought, like, yo, I'm about to be the man. I'm about to walk in. This is going to be easy because I'll be playing against all these other guys at the double A. That's what I got. And I've been thinking about how to describe it. I felt that you, and it's not in a rude way, but you felt like you had it figured out. Is that fair? Like you were challenged, but not in a rude way. Like, yo, hey, this is what we doing. You're like, why? You know what I'm saying? But you started to fit in. You started to gel with the guys, A, B. You know what I'm saying? And it was fun. You know, I started to realize that you were a genuine kid that wanted to be the best version of yourself. And when you have that, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I really started to like this kid. It was rough at first. I felt like, man, this guy think he about to just do whatever. It's not casual here. You know what I mean? It's not a walk in the park. We fighting to be the best versions of ourselves. And that process is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Bryce.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your transition to Wingate, right? So we had Aiddan with us at Wingate his junior year. We go into the summer, and we playing in this tournament in Foster Park. And you were in there doing your thing, playing for another team.
Yep.
And Baker's like, yo, I like that kid. I'm like, yo, Baker, you like that kid? He's like, yeah, he played AAU with Aiddan. So we like, yo, hey, what's up? He's like, I talked to him, but like, I don't know what the response was. Did you ever try to get Bryce to come play at Wingate?
Yes.
What were those conversations like?
But I just told him slide. I was like, yo, slide. I told him my exact words. I was like, slide.
And what'd he say?
He was like, I'm talking to my mom about it.
Yeah. Let's not forget that I took them out the playoffs and dunkers the game before that.
Yeah, you did.
The same day.
Yeah, you lit us up that day.
It don't matter though, because I went home with an MVP and a chip.
Oh, but the day I'm talking about wasn't that day. We saw you early in Forster.
Oh.
Yeah, that we saw you early in Forster. And then a few weeks later, you played against us in Dunkers, lit us up. Later that day, we played against you in Forster, and that was the birth of Waukee Dread. You know, we won the championship, Aiddan had MVP day, but I don't want to get there just yet. You said you were playing varsity at Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to move on?
Well, the next year, that's when they made everybody get the vaccine shots for Eagle, and I didn't want to get the vaccine, so I sat out that year.
Oh.
Then my senior year, my coach came to me. He was like, "Come play for the B team and just have 40." I was like, "I'm not a B team type of player." So then that's when me and my mom had to talk, and I decided to transfer to Wingate with Baker.
What was it like sitting out that year?
Oh, it was rough, but I used to work out with Take Flight. I used to go work out every single day. Work out with Take Flight.
And then senior year, they actually be in a B team. Why not be a member of the A team when you proving yourself during that COVID year? Like why did they actually be on a B team?
I don't know.
Probably because you sat out.
I probably could have been on the A team, but I would have just been like on the bench, like deep role on the bench.
So what was your first contact with Wingate?
My first contact with Wingate was after my NAS game, and I saw you at the park, and I was walking past with my trophy, and you just stopped me out of nowhere. I was like, "Who is this guy?" He was like, hey, you knew my name, you knew what school I went to. I was like, "Yo, this guy is like in the FBI or something, bro."
Yo, hold on. Had you considered Wingate at all before then?
No.
So when Aiddan was having these conversations with you, you was just...
I wasn't thinking about it until that conversation.
So let me tell the people about that convo. So again, Baker's like, yeah, I like him. I'm like, word? That was the day before, literally the day before. He said, yeah, I like him. So I'm like, all right, cool. The next day, it was actually TYP day. We was in Nas Park. I was sitting by the checkers table, which I've never sat there a day in my life. I was just sitting there while the park was being set up. Like I didn't want to be in the middle of it while Ant was setting up the park. So I'm just sitting there, and here comes this kid, Bryce Haynes, who we was just talking about the day before. He got this big trophy. I guess you guys just won a tournament inside the school. So I'm like, yo, what up? He's a humble soul. And nowadays, these kids, they just say whatever. You don't know if they mean it. So I'm like, yo, what up, son? And as he mentioned, I know a lot about him. I heard you go, da-da-da, what's your plans? What you trying to do? Da-da-da. Like, you ever consider Wingate? He was like, nah, but I like the opportunity. I'm like, yo, what happened next? Oh, we got to get my mom involved, da-da-da. I'm like, all right, we exchanged numbers. I never expected to hear from the kid again because kids just be blowing smoke. But he was serious. Next thing I know, we're in the office with his mom and considering coming to Wingate. And I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. That said more, not just about who you are as a basketball player, but your character. To this day, like, I'll always remember that. Your word means something. When Bryce Haynes say something, I'm jumping to action because your word means something. And I challenge you to always be that person. I hope I am that person in your life. Your coach will say X, Y, Z. We gotta get to it. So then you transition into Wingate.
Yep.
Aiddan, what was it like when you first learned your man was coming home?
Bro, it was like, he came to the school like twice. The first time he came, he texted me, like, we wasn't even supposed to have our phones in the building. But I had my phone on me, so he texted me.
Oh, boy. Breaking rules, but go ahead.
He texted me. He was like, yeah, I'm on my way to the school. And I was like, where? And I'm in Miss Hudson's office. Like, that's the spot. So I was in the office. He said, yo, I'm at the top of the building. So I ran. I ran. I was like, yo, want some Bryce here? So I went. I got him. And he's coming straight from Eagle too. He came straight from Eagle.
Yeah, I have my Eagle uniform on.
We literally just walked the whole hallway for like 10 minutes.
What did your mom think when you asked to move on from Eagle?
She was undecided about it because I've been there basically my whole life, 6th grade to my senior year.
That Eagle network is strong, yeah.
Yeah. And then she was worried about academics.
Mm-hmm.
So she was wondering if they could get me into a college and stuff like that. So it was a hard switch for her. So she had to know that I wanted to do this in order to follow through.
What were your reservations about joining Wingate?
I mean, I didn't really know too much about the program. I only knew that Aiddan went there, and I knew a little bit about Larry. So I was like kind of iffy about it, but I said that it's a better opportunity there than to be on the bench at Eagle and just work it out there.
Talk to me about the basketball. Senior year, what was it like, man? What's your earliest memories of the senior season?
Nah, it was the first practice. It wasn't even a practice. It was just a track meet.
Yeah.
I was dead. It took me like 7-8 minutes to run a mile. But after that, it ain't take me that long to run a mile after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 5 laps didn't take me that long. Cause like, and after that, it's like the work, it was still hard, but like it started getting easier and easier because it was the same thing every day. And I started losing more weight.
Mm-hmm. Where you at now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like 180.
220 to 180, man.
At the start of the season, I was like 165.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got that first practice and I saw them running, I was like, nah, these guys are lazy. I finished 5 laps around the track in like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm sitting down, drinking water. I'm still seeing them running around the track.
Yeah.
Larry's walking. I'm like, nah, these guys are lazy, bro. Got to get on their body, make them work harder.
Did you get on that body? Because you're the new guy, but you are our point guard and you will eventually be our leader. How did you figure that out? Transitioning as the new guy, but also taking the reins of the program.
Well, I try to build a relationship with everybody first. Yeah.
How so?
Like my first day, I had class with Larry in Miss Mojo room. You know, I sat next to him. We was talking a little bit. Then we started like hanging out at lunch and stuff like that and building a friendship so that I could have those conversations with him. So it was like...
That's smart, son. Where you get that approach from? Because you're right, you can't just come in there yelling and screaming. Like you gotta build some rapport, some equity with these people first. Where you get that? That's a mature understanding from a young man. How you know to do that?
Wow, I get it from my mom. My mom teach me everything I know, so everything I learned is from her. She the GOAT for real.
That's what's up. Tell me about the first game, eh?
First game of the season?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like, the first game was packed, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was packed because like everybody wanted to see what the new look Wingate would look like without AB, without Jordan, without Jaden, and without Mel and Max. So like nobody was really expecting basically it wasn't expecting us to live up to what they did. Whatever, like, cause they had like the name or whatever, like the little Mr. Wingate name.
Who?
Like,
AB and them? And J Reed?
AB and Jaden. They wasn't expecting like nobody to like follow what they did or whatever. So like everybody came and it was just like packed. Cause we played Bushwick first game, it was packed, and it was like loud. Everybody was just happy, and we won. Cause I was our first win. Like, damn, how long, bro?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Bro, that was wild.
Bryce, I don't know about you losing.
Cause like last year we was 5-13, so everybody wanted to come see what we do this year. But man, we definitely showed that we was a better team.
We started off with a bang. In fact, early in the season, we were ranked by one of these blog sites. What was it like when you saw the Wingate Generals up there, tops in the city? I know you reposted it a whole bunch of times.
Definitely. I reposted it once. I was very like I was fake surprised.
Why?
Cause like last year that we was 5-13 and everybody want to pay attention to us because we won 4 straight, so everybody want to pay attention to us now. Like we had the same team last year. We were just young.
You were enigma all year, eh? I won't say enigma. You were the X factor. You are a talented guard/forward. There's not much on a basketball court that you can't do. You know, you can shoot it, you can slash. There was a point during the season when every time one of our friends would come to the game, they would ask about you. In fact, Baker used to bring people in the locker room like, yo, do you see? He'd have his friends say, yo, what'd you just say? Yo, who's number 4? You know, people were asking about you. And it was interesting watching you because, again, you come from a place where you weren't a part of the program, and now you're starting to be the guy. And I think it was even a shock for you at times. Talk to me about that progression and kind of stepping into your greatness. What was that like for you?
I mean, it was like a jump for me. Because, like, last year, Abdul was the guy. Mm-hmm. It's like somebody had to, like, take his role. I didn't think it was going to be me at first.
I know you didn't. Why not, though?
Because, like, he left a mark. So I didn't think, like, anybody would be able to, like, fill it up tight. Like, I didn't know, like, but then, like, I got more comfortable. And there was games where I was scoring a lot. And everybody was looking towards me. And if I wasn't hot or if I wasn't really scoring, the team would, like, fall apart. Mm-hmm. Some games. So, like, if I just had to put a standard that I got to do well.
Yeah, I'll tell you no lie. Just the other day, I was talking to one of my friends, and we was talking about, he's a high school coach at Achievement First, my man, Trev Hamlin. He was like, yo, that guy with the dreads, like, yo, he's nice. I'm like, oh. Somebody else talking about Aiddan, man. Again, Aiddan Smith. Yeah, that was our guy. And this is why I love you, man. You got such a pure and genuine heart. And I used to sit back, and I would watch you be surprised by your own success and your continued improvement. You know, and that's part of the process because there were games, coaches, we like, yo, A is the guy, but we got to wait for you to feel that way, for you to step into that greatness. And I think you still got a ways to go, son. Like the sky's the limit for you, both of you. You know what I'm saying? There was a point where we used to challenge you in your defense. And then next thing I know, Baker's giving you the toughest defensive assignment. You the defensive stopper.
I still had him on lock.
When did that transition happen?
It was Hirsch, the season opener. It was just a season opener, not even the home opener, season opener. Mm-hmm. Yo, I don't even know how to explain it, but I was guarding. What's his number? His number 3?
I think so.
He played Fanning. I think his number was number 3. Don't get me wrong, the kid was tough. It was a tough matchup.
Yeah, he was.
But yo, I was playing excellent defense, and the ref called 2 fouls on me. Baker was like, no, he cannot get fouled out because I was really locked. I was fake locking him. Like, don't get me wrong, he had a couple baskets.
Nah, you was hacking. If they called 2 fouls, you was hacking.
No.
But what did you think when that shift started to happen? Like, yo, here I am being trusted to guard the other team's best defender.
I was like, Baker, see something on me. That's literally what it was. I was like, if he see that, I could do it all. So I was like, I can't just let the guy down. Like, I gotta actually show that I can do it all.
Bryce, after the preseason, Coach Baker said you the best guard he ever coached at the high school level. Mm-hmm. What'd you think about that? I think he said it to you, definitely. I think he posted under one of your pictures and stuff. What'd you think when he said that to you?
I mean, it kind of boosted me to keep with my role. Because some people, they don't know how to play their role. They just playing. So in order to take on that role to be a point guard, you got to know what to do. Yeah.
Coach Baker played the point guard position in high school. He was the point forward in college. You know, he has high standards for that position. What are some of the conversations you guys would have about running the team, about your responsibilities?
I mean, he would tell me, like, don't always look to score. Like, my better games would be when I have, like, 10 assists and, like, 12 points instead of, like, having, like, 18 points and 4 assists. So he would just tell me the team runs better when I move the ball around.
Was it hard to find that balance?
I mean, when I first transferred, because I wasn't really used to that. Mm-hmm. So I had to fill in that role quick because the season was coming and stuff like that. So
what would you say was your best game of the season?
I'd probably say Tilden.
At home?
At home.
Why?
I had a great shooting performance, filled in the lanes, hit open jump shots, moved the ball around, had 8 assists, 26 points. That was probably one of my best games of the season. Yeah.
I would agree. I just remember that first half, you was just lighting it up, and you can kind of break the spirit of a team, certain plays. I remember you shooting fast break threes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst. Like when you just come down and they backpedal and you just stop and just pop, son. Yep. There was a lot of energy in that building. I would agree on that one. You had 26 that night?
Yeah.
That was nice. Hey, what was your best game?
I don't even know. I had a couple good ones, but it's probably when we played Tilden at Tilden or when we played Transit at Transit.
Yeah, that was a good game by Aiddan too.
Those were, I don't really know. Cause like those two games, it was what was said during the game to me, and it was said like before and after, leading up to the game.
What was said during the games?
When we played Tilden, it was what the players said to me. Cause we went to TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we was in the line. Like, you know how we line up? It's Tilden, Wingate, and Tilden.
Mm-hmm.
So the kid that was in front of me, he tried to untie my laces. And then he said, "You was the kid shaking his on TikTok when we won. When they lost, right?" So I looked at him and I laughed. And like Gianni, Gianni the manager, she in the crowd. So Gianni saw me laugh, and like after the game we was talking about it. And after that, I probably had this is like third quarter, fourth quarter at the time. I had 6 points. I finished the game 19.
Mm-hmm.
You had a key basket to send us into what? Double overtime or the first overtime?
The first overtime was Larry. After that, it was me. The first overtime, Larry get the layup.
That game, and we discussed it on the podcast when we had Big L here. Double overtime, every possession counts. What was it like being in that contest with the stakes so high?
Well, I told Bryce when it was the second overtime, I told Bryce, I was like, "Yo, we gonna win this game." So I ain't really have no.
Were you nervous at all?
No, I wasn't nervous. I can't speak for everybody else, but I wasn't nervous.
That game was special to me because it just showed who we can be when our seniors step up. You, L, Bryce. That's all we need. The driving force.
Yep.
But we had some inconsistencies this year. Why?
I don't even know. To be honest, I can't explain that. I had a couple inconsistent games myself, but
Bryce, why?
I feel like we was all giving up after that streak of losses that we went on. So we won 4 straight, then we lost 4 straight, and then it was just a whole breakdown from all the players after that.
Everybody broke down after that. Everybody was separated. But then we came back after the break.
Whose job is it to keep it together? Because yes, adversity can cause a team to fracture. Whose job is it to keep it together?
All the seniors.
Yeah.
You had to tell them yo, let's get it together. And it was a point in time in practice where you could see sluggish and nobody really wanted to work. But when we had that stretch of the same teams of the first 4 games that we won, that brought the energy back up. Yo, we could do this. And then we played Lawn Tech and Poro. Those are the 2 teams that smacked us. And when we played them again, it was a close game. So we knew that we could actually keep up with these guys. So that really showed that we could really play.
There was a time when our spirit as a team was just really bad, and I wasn't sure how we were going to finish the year. But you guys did turn it around, and I got to give you tremendous credit. Aiddan, you mentioned that game at Transit. It's a game we actually lost, but it was their senior night. They were undefeated. I didn't know what we was about to do. But
we almost won that.
You guys played extremely tough. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think you were able to turn it around? And even though we had some bad moments, you guys were able to pick it up and finish strong. Do you know how? Why?
The main thing, we all wanted to make playoffs. So we all had to give. Someone had to give for somebody else. We all had to put our egos to the side and something. And that's what we did. Cause none of us ever touched PSAL playoffs ever. This was our first time, and I'm pretty sure this was Wingate's first time since 2015, in 2020, 2023.
Yeah.
So
as leaders, again, senior year, The hard part is to kind of self-regulate. It's not like you're a sophomore and some senior's going to come down and say, yo, you guys got to pick it up. It's your job to do that for the team. Mm-hmm. And we always talk about the grind. As a coach, these are certain things that we just have to wait and see play out. You know, we can try a lot of fire, but at some point you got to take up that mantle and say, yo, it's on us. You know, it's different. Y'all know that it's different when it comes from your peers. Yeah. You know, certain times of the season, like, yo, y'all got to run y'all suicides hard. And this, I used to tell you, hey, this team is going to be great when you guys walk in the gym and hold yourself to the highest standard. And it's not just coaches barking. You know what I'm saying? So as you start to move forward and think about your career, that's what it looked like. You know, especially as you go to new programs. You're going to Old Westbury. What was their record last year?
It was 3-21.
3-21. So when I see that, I see a program where kids may slack off. Are you going to fall into that culture? Or are you going to take it to another level?
I'm definitely taking that school to another level. Like, definitely.
All right, remains to be seen. But yo, that transit game, again, they were the number one team in the A. It's their senior night. They hyped up energy in that building, and you guys played tough. And I got to tell you this story. Devontae, who's a young man, part of the program, he was like, yo, Aiddan was talking earlier, and he said, yo, he tired of this. He about to go to another level. He said that, right? I'm like, yo, these kids talking. Do you know what he's referring to?
Nah, I gotta think, but nah.
But he said that, and sure enough, you did go to a different level that day. So I was like, dang, maybe Aiddan was just tired of the BS. Because there is a point when we get tired of being in the dumps and things not working out, and we just say, yo, F that. Like, I took the worst life has to give me. Now it's time to level up. And that was a great game for you guys. And then you went on to play Law and Tech tough. And then we had senior night. Mm-hmm. Senior night with all the chips on the table, everything counted. We win, we go to the playoffs. If we lose, we go home. What was that night like?
That night was electric. Because, like, my mom came, my uncle came, my best friend came. Half of Bedford came. Like, half of Bedford school came, but half of the team came too. Mm-hmm. It's like, Josh, that's both our mans. Like, he came, he brought like other people, and like, bro, having all them kids, having everybody come just to watch us and all the cameras and everything, it was like we not losing this game, because if we lose this game, that's just embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that night like for you, Bryce?
That night was crazy. I had family coming from the Bronx, Harlem, all over coming to see me play. Friends, family, everybody, and when the cameraman, Vintage Visuals, he came in, he said, I'm here to film the other team. That's what I thought he said. Word. So I'm like, nah, they coming to film on our senior night? Yeah. They bugging. So I was on hots after that. You know, we started playing, and energy was on 100 from the jump.
When we had our struggles during the year, you transferring in from Eagle, did you ever say, man, why did I do this?
Yeah. I did say
Tell me about it.
When we went on that losing streak, mm-hmm. and everybody was just arguing with each other, and yeah, I was like, nobody wanted to work hard. Everybody was getting on my nerves. I was like, why did I do this? Mm-hmm. But it all worked out in the end. Went to the playoffs first time in history in the A division. Outside of basketball, and Coach Baker said this a few times, he said, yo, I got to commend Bryce because he left everything he knows and in his senior year decided to start anew. Mm-hmm. And I used to just look over you and just watch you, and not just from a basketball perspective, socially, different things, and wonder if you were okay. Man, what was it like away from the basketball court for you this senior year? New home in Wingate? Well, I mean, from my first day, it was love. Because I already knew Aiddan, and he had his little friend group with Leslie and Jedi and them. So I just stuck with them. And then I got used to everybody else around the building. And they all knew me because I was on the basketball team. So it was easy to connect with people. It was easy? Were there any challenges?
off the court?
I mean, I wouldn't really say so, because they know me as that TikTok guy. So it was easy to connect with people.
That's good. That's good, man. Because I used to just sit back and wonder, like, yo, how's this kid doing? This is all new to him. We struggling on the court. It's just how is it all going? There was a time during the season when mom was a little unhappy.
Yeah.
With what was going on. Some of your paperwork wasn't done to the standard that she wanted, or it didn't meet the deadline, some of your college applications. And she pulled you from the court for one game. Yeah. You know, we had a game and you weren't able to play. Mm-hmm. What was that like? That
was harsh. I was crying that day too. It was raining outside. I cried because I was really looking forward to playing Tilden. They was the #1 team in the division.
Transit.
Yeah, the one game that we get to play them, can't even play, and it was over something that I can finish when I get home. So it was like, I can't play the game. I can still finish it. She was like, no, can't do it now. I was like, yeah, it's quiet.
I was sitting in my car outside the school and I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I pick up, Coach Will? I'm like, yes. She's like, this is Bryce's mom. She's like, why isn't XYZ done? I really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't handle that. Mm-hmm. You know, Miss Miller and different things. But anyway, Coach Baker's job is to get this man to the next level. So even if it's not done, like, yo, we're going to get it done. But I got to respect where she's coming from. She got a concern. If one of our parents has an issue, then I got an issue. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, Coach, well, I'm not happy with your responses. I'm like, first of all, Mom, I'm just listening. You know what I'm saying? And then if there's a problem, we gonna fix it. Because I sit here with a doctorate. Coach Baker has a master's. Like, we understand this young man needs to go to the next level. You know what I mean? So she pulled you from the court. But I told you immediately after that, I said, yo, Bryce, I know it's frustrating, but I hope you appreciate this because Mom just want the best for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an asset to have somebody like that in your corner. I know this little incident may be unfortunate, but it's going to all work out, brother. It's going to all work out. What was the college process like throughout the senior year? How much did you think about it?
I thought about it a little bit because I was like, what if the school I want to play basketball at don't really accept me? Like, what am I going to do? Like, am I just going to be a regular student now? Like, am I going to have to hang it up? Like, now what? But luckily...
That's the dilemma. You got to find a place that is going to be a fit academically, but you also got to play that ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a must. You got to play that basketball. So that is the juggling act that so many of us have to do. When did you start to hone in on Old Westbury?
It's actually like a story behind Old West.
Well, it's a podcast. All we do is tell stories. Go ahead, man.
My friend dad, Anthony Bryant, he went to Old West. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me about, like, he was like, Old West, like, it's a good school. You could look into it. It's at 3rd. So I looked into it. And I told Baker about it. I was like, Baker, I might want to go to Old West for college. Mm-hmm. So he was like, all right. Work hard, dude. What you gotta do? What you gotta do? Like, you gotta put some points on the board. Play defense. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, OS. They never, keep in mind, they never contacted Baker, like, ever. Like, my whole senior year. I was talking to Baker about it. He was reaching out to them, calling them, and he never hit him back until it was like, I went to the Real Scout camp, and Coach Coleman was there. So
who's Coach Coleman?
The assistant coach at OS.
Okay.
So Baker saw him. And he pulled me to the side. He was like, it's OS assistant coach Coleman. So I spoke to him for like 2 seconds. And then I had the game in I had the next game in the camp. I don't know if you saw anything, I don't know. But I played, and like 2-3 weeks later, Baker told me you have a workout with that in front of the head coach and assistant coach in the gym by myself. It's just me, Baker, and Larry. But Larry was like catching rebounds and stuff. So they came, I just worked out in front of them for like an hour, 45 minutes.
What'd you think when you had that one-on-one workout? Because that's some pro stuff. I've never been a part of a one-on-one workout where everybody in the gym got their arm folded and is just watching you. Bro, that's crazy, son. What'd you think when you know you were going to be in that situation? Pressure?
At first, I felt like it was a pressure. Then I was like, he gonna come, he gonna like me, he gonna see, so he's just gonna have no other reason but to pick me up for his team.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's what he did. We exchanged numbers. Then he.
How'd you do in the workout? Honestly,
I did good. I got a little gassed at first, like the first 20 minutes. And I was like, it's nothing.
Tell people the type of things you do in a one-man workout.
I was doing finishing drills. Like I was doing, you gotta make 3. Like it was like quick. Everything was fast. And then Baker, he had me with a mid-range drill. I think it was 248. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was 248. And it's like I had to hit 2 mid-ranges from spot to spot. Then I had to do the sideline to sideline. Then I had to do it again.
You shot well?
Yeah.
You lit up?
Yeah.
You front back of your car.
I'm not front. And
So what they say after the workout?
nah, he was basically telling me he liked what he saw.
Aiddan Smith, welcome to Old Westbury, son.
He was telling me that, and then like 2 weeks later, he invited me up to Island Garden. It was Island Garden. He invited me, and like some other coach invited me out to Island Garden to see if I could do the same thing that I was doing in the workout against like actual college kids, like kids that are going to college as well. And
Island workout is a gym or something? What?
Island Garden is like, it's a gym, but it was just like other kids was there.
Open run?
Yeah.
So how'd you do?
I did well, because right after that, I went on a visit to the campus. Like right after that, I went to a visit to the campus, and then like Baker posted my senior highlight tape.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I committed. He sent me my papers to like sign. I committed.
Mm-hmm. They gave you some money over there to help with tuition?
Yeah, I'm in the ELP program, so like my tuition got lower.
Okay.
Like the tuition would have been like $8K a semester.
Uh-huh.
My tuition is like 1.3, I think.
1,300?
Yeah.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got that program because I heard they sent you an email or something and you ain't respond in time. Yeah, Wax. But that's dope, man. What I like about Old Westbury is that it's close to home, but you still have your own space.
Yeah.
I don't think young people understand how special that can be. They're like, yo, I just want to get away from mom and stuff. That's cool, but there's cool stuff that's going to be happening back home that you may want to jump back home and celebrate. Oh, it's my sister's birthday or XYZ or WBH Radio live show September 23rd. You might want to say like, yo, I'm still in town for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. You got your dorm. I'm gonna come out there, holler at you. We go get some wings or something. That's pretty cool, son. How did it feel to be at that point? Do you ever reflect on, yo, I wasn't part of Eagle. After COVID, I was X amount of pounds. Are you ever reflect on the start of your journey?
I used to, but then I was just like, I'm here now, so I gotta stop dwelling on the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got a future to do. I got something to do in my future now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just it.
Couple things we did this year. Again, we try to make it special for you guys. The experience, the program. We did a game where we invited a play-by-play guy.
Mm. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes.
What was that like, Bryce?
It was cool. Kind of sounded like 2K for a little bit, cause he was an announcer going play by play, just hearing your name, Bryce Haynes on YouTube. It feels good.
Bro, that game, I had an interview right after the game. Like he interviewed me after the game.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. I ain't gonna lie. It was a fun time because I didn't think I was gonna get an interview, and I just felt like I was in a video game.
Yeah.
Like, it literally felt like I was in a video game. Like I felt like I was my player for a day. Like that was just a different experience.
That was my man from Brooklyn College Athletics. He does play-by-play at the college level. I said, yo, let's see if we can put something special together for the kids so they could look back on their experience at Wingate and say, yo, that's cool, man. It was fun to be a part of that. Something that'll last forever. But the issue for coaches sometimes, we feel when we give perks like that, kids slack off, or kids feel like, yo, I made it already, and they don't work as hard. but really it's in place to make you want to work even harder. Should that be a concern for coaches? We don't want you guys to get distracted and stuff, like peeking over at the table while the game's going on.
Nah, I don't think it should be like anything the coaches wouldn't look out for. But there's some people who, like, it would affect their mindset though. That they would be like, I made it already, because like all they doing is hearing their name over and over and over. So like, they just be like, nah, I don't need this. I made it. There's some people like that, but not everybody though. So
You gotta have the right mindset to not get distracted from little stuff like that. Because once you get caught up, now you gotta fight back out, work hard, get yourself back to par. So, yeah.
Dealing with success is a challenge also, you know? You can't get lackadaisical. When you see cool things, when I see cool things happening around me, it's just more motivation to be even better and work even harder. I think like, yo, if I sacrifice this much and I've attained this level of success, imagine if I kick it up a notch, what the outcome could be. So that's something I would challenge you guys to do from now until forever in every aspect of your life. Somebody hands you a trophy. When I look at that trophy, like, yo, dog, I did XYZ to get this. I got to take it up a notch. It's not licensed to just kick back and say I made it. You know what I mean? Because if you're not getting better, then what? You're getting worse.
Yeah.
Your competition is gaining ground on you. Playoff game, Bryce. First time we made the playoffs, I believe, at the A division, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. First time.
We go out to, what was it, Beach Channel?
Yeah.
What was that like? Talk to me about the energy going into the playoff game amongst you guys in the group chat and in the locker room. Take me behind the scenes. This is one question I didn't ask Larry.
We all like hyping each other up. We gotta fight hard. We gotta play hard. That train ride there, we was all like hyping each other up. We was making sure that everybody was ready to play. And when we got there, everything.
I just talked about dealing with success. We had a monster senior night. The energy was on 100.
Yeah.
Is it hard to now pivot and get ready for a playoff game?
Nah, it was harder for me because, you know, I was fresh off of sickness.
Oh, yeah.
So it was harder for me because I wasn't doing the work that everybody else was doing because I was at home sick.
Yeah.
So
You only had like one practice before the playoff game.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was running your ass. Yo, Coach Will, I'm sick. Yeah, the competition won't care. Let's go, son.
I only made the count like twice out of like 10.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it like though being in there? We played a great first half.
Yeah.
We was up 16 at halftime. Started slacking off. They came back and beat us.
I wouldn't say slack off. I think the struggles we had with inconsistency just reared its head. In that first half, again, I thought you were our driving force. I thought you made every play you should have. When the defense is guarding you close, you go around them and finish at the rim. When they back up, you stop and pop. And when you're doing that, everything else falls in place. Bryce was lighting that joint up. Big L, putbacks, rebounds, running the floor. And then I thought we kind of shot away from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't think the defense ever made us stop. I don't know. What you got?
Nah, I got nothing for that one because that's really just, it was up. We were doing what we were supposed to do. And second half came, we fake just fell apart.
And this is not a knock. I think you guys, you specifically, you're just like a good guy. And you just want to be a part of the team, right? You don't really want to step out there. But there are times when you got to kind of take the reins. You the guy. You was the leading force for us offensively. Bryce was lighting up, but you were the impetus for a lot of that. You know, with your size, with your abilities. But I felt like you just took the pedal off the gas. Took your foot off the gas. That fair? And I'm only telling you this because we looking ahead. Yo, bro, there's sometimes you got to just take, it's my show. I'm going to take us to the promised land, right? You can't wait for somebody's permission. You can't wait for somebody, I'm going to take us to the promised land. That's it. That's the potential that you got. And when you lock into that, the sky's the limit. You see, Bryce don't be asking for permission. He gone. You know what I'm saying? Bryce don't be asking for permission. But yeah, that was a tough game because we had it. The only disappointment is not maximizing your potential as a team. And I don't think we did that. And that's what's most disappointing. I felt like there's more in there. When we play our best, the sky's the limit. There were opposing coaches calling me after that game, like, yo, Holly, I thought we was about to run into y'all in the Final Four and stuff, especially after those games y'all strung together late in the season against Transit, against Law and Tech. But I only tell you this because as we look ahead, these are the lessons that we learn and we put what we need in place to be greater. That's it. Some of the off the cuff stuff, senior year. How was senior trip?
Senior trip was fun.
I heard there was some other schools there.
Beach Channel was there.
Yeah.
And they was having this dance show.
Nah.
So the Wingate guys, yo, Bryce Haynes, we need you to report to the stage right now.
Bro went up there shaking his hips.
Tell us about the dance off, Bryce.
I was even in the party or nothing. It was me, Aiddan, and Larry. We were trying to get some food. I just keep feeling my phone ring. So they like, Bryce, come right now. So I ran. They all grabbed me up on the stage, and I just turn around, and it's a big circle, and everybody's below the stage with their cameras on and stuff, and they all singing Lil Uzi. They're like, this ain't what you want. And I just started dancing, and everybody was hyping me up. I was like, nah, that's crazy.
He started shaking his hips out of nowhere. Like they had to call. Like me and Larry we was getting food. It's like the dinner upstairs was shut down, so they had like a little station at the bottom. Me and Larry, we getting food. They call us Jedi. It was Jedi and Abby. They call us after because like we couldn't go to something happened. Like the other school and our school, like something happened. So like we couldn't go to the girls' floor like to be with them nothing. So like they called us. And they started screen recording their phone. All you see is Bryce up there shaking his hips. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And like me and Larry, we was just weak. Like we was just laughing.
Tell you about the biggest surprise of the season for me is Bryce's dancing. Ladies and gentlemen, we told the story about how this is his first year in the program. You know, I saw him at Nazareth that day, talked to him about joining the program. As you can see from this podcast, very reserved young man. And one day I was just in school and the girls came up to me. They was like, yo, coach, you seen Bryce's TikTok?
Yo.
I'm like, nah, like what's he doing? Like reading a book, showing his drip. They're like, nah. Bryce is like a social media star, dancing. Yo, bro, they showed me the phone. I'm like, no way is that our point guard. I never seen this from this kid, this type of energy. Bryce, talk to me about that dynamic. You being such a reserved young man, but when that music come on, you coming alive, son. It's like your alter ego. Tell me about that dynamic.
I mean, it all started, like, I would say COVID. Like, you was bored, you don't got nothing to do. So TikTok, that's when TikTok started blowing up on everybody's phone. And I remember I was at my aunt's house with my cousin. I was like, yo, like, how you make a TikTok? I made my first TikTok, and ever since then, I just kept doing it, dancing, growing more followers and stuff like that. So I just be dancing now. I guess it's a part of me.
You seem like there's no inhibitions when you dance. Like you just free. Like what's it feel like?
Nah, like just having fun. Like nobody gonna tell you nothing. You having fun.
But to me personally, it seems like different from who you are every day.
Yeah, cause I know how to switch it up. I know how to be calm sometimes. I know how to be energetic sometimes. So like, it's a good personality to have because you can show both sides.
I think it's phenomenal just seeing you just unleash. And as I described, everybody knows who to call. Yo, Bryce, these folks think they could dance. Yo. Bryce, yo, tell them the name. What's the name on TikTok?
Bryce, yo.
Bryce, yo, son. Get to dancing, yo. Hey, you remember the first time you seen Bryce TikToking?
Like, the first time I actually seen him do it in real life.
The dancing. Were you surprised by somebody that has known him for a long time?
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Okay.
Because I seen him post on social media. I'm on my phone. He posted it. I'm like, yeah, bro, you really doing a TikTok right now, bro? Like, cause like I don't really dance. Like I don't really do TikToks. But then like I seen him do it. I was like, word?
Yeah. I think the first one I saw you had a mask on, so I still wasn't convinced. Yo, that's not Bryce. Nah. That's not Bryce, yo, son. What's your family think about that?
Nah, they love it. They be trying to do TikToks with me and stuff too. So it's like they all support me. So I just keep doing it.
Son, it's like you just come alive, son. It is amazing. Speaking of that, and I was reaching out to people that know you guys best, and I said, yo, if I had him on a podcast, what would you want me to ask? And I asked your mom that. She says, and I hope I'm wording this correctly, like, because your demeanor is hard to read, what makes you upset? Or, yeah, like, what kind of gets to you? Because we could never know on the outside trying to read you.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get me mad. Like, you got to, like, really, like, do something that's messed up to like, get me mad. Because, you know, my mom, she always teach me, like, to forgive, never to, like, make enemies with nobody. So I just try to be forgiving and stuff like that.
But when things do get to you, how do you deal with it?
I mean, it depends on what they do. I'll never think to resort to violence first.
Not violence. Like, say something going on in the family that you may be unhappy about. Like, how do you deal with that? Like, what's your process like?
I probably like just talk about it. Yeah, try to talk to them about it. And if I have to like raise my voice, I raise my voice. But I usually don't do that. I'm kind of chill.
Because we all got to do something with that energy. You know what I'm saying? It could be unhealthy if it just get balled up and different things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess she was just concerned, wondering if you had a little, have an outlet or, you know, kind of what your process is like when you are faced with things that make you unhappy or make you upset.
Or I just go to the gym, shoot around, stuff like that. You know, I go out every morning for my basketball, try and work out, call my friends outside.
There you go.
And work out together.
Now, your personality, your alter ego is the Joker. This kid thinks everything is funny.
Hey. You want me to sit here and be serious all day? Like, no.
You saw what Larry said on the podcast? He said, yo, sometimes I know when the timeout not to look at A because he probably over there laughing or something. You're like, yo, hey, I tell you it was rough at the beginning. I'm like, yo, why is this kid always freaking laughing? I look like I'm joking. But again, I love you. It's a pure, genuine soul. When did you embrace that whole Joker theme?
I don't even know. I mean, I like the character himself, but I don't even know. Like, I don't even know.
It was after that Foster Park MVP. He posted a picture with the trophy, then a Joker picture right after that.
That was the beginning of it?
I mean, you could say that, but I don't know. I just really don't be taking stuff serious all the time. So I was like, why not?
I'm gonna ask you the same question. Like, how do you deal with things that kind of get you upset? Because you guys are young folks, a lot of different things, school, family, relationships. What's it look like when you are bothered or upset?
I mean, when I'm bothered, you could tell that I'm bothered. But like, other than that, if I get bothered, I just like zone everybody out and I just leave. I was like, say we all out, like say me, Bryce, and like all the friends go out and like we doing something and something get me mad, I would really tell them like, I'm going home. Like, I would really go home.
You seen Aiddan upset?
Yeah, seen him upset a couple of times.
Oh, I never seen that. Nah, but I guess your families just want you to have a healthy process because we are going to deal with challenges and stuff, especially as you guys embark on the next 4 years. There's gonna be ups and downs, frustrations. You know what I mean? So I never seen how that looked from either one of you. Bryce, always stoic, and Aiddan, the Joker. This dude is so serious about the Joker that he showed up to prom with a purple suit.
Yo, that's not even why. That's not why.
Yo, stop.
That's not why.
A purple suit?
I went purple because I wanted to do purple.
Bro.
Yo, let me tell you how I know it was about the Joker.
No, it's not, bro.
Purple suit was fly. Gotta give it to you. But low key, the underrated part of the suit was your shoes. It was like some plain black shoes, even though I know they probably cost $1 million. What was they? Gucci?
Yeah, it was Versace.
Versace shoes. But it was Joker-esque, because Joker has like them clob knockers that just look kind of black and dull. Yes, was Joker-esque.
I'm telling you, it was not.
All right.
I understand you would say it because like the purple and white, that's like a little Joker. And like the bow tie, I understand. But the shoes though?
Nah, I think it's a joke.
It's the Joker. He can say whatever he wants.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Bryce came out with the gray joint. Loved it. I loved both you guys looked that night. What was that night for you? Like for you?
I ain't think I was gonna go.
Why?
Cause like outside of my friend group, like I don't really like. There's not a lot of people in the grade that I really talk to a lot.
Okay.
I just didn't think I was gonna go.
So what was the deciding factor?
I was like, no, just because I don't talk to them don't mean I'm not gonna go. So I was like, nah, I'm just go. And I went.
Were you happy that you went?
Yeah. I was happy.
What was that night like for you, Bryce?
Nah, it was different because, you know, these were people I met only for 1 year, but I built a relationship with some people in the grade. So I just went. It was only my last prom, last everything for the school year. So I just went, have fun, you know, did my little dances and stuff.
Talk to me about the suit, man, the suit choice.
Actually, my 8th grade prom, I wore gray as well.
Okay.
So I wanted to like do like a little like then and now, like an upgrade from then.
Okay.
So that's what I had going on.
That was the 8th grade prom at Eagle. Was Aiddan there?
No.
I don't think he went to that.
You had on some of Mary's shoes that night.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be tuned in to my guys. I'm sorry. I'm paying attention. Gotta look out for these guys. And I didn't know that was an Amiri logo. Like before the prom, you said you had some Amiris and stuff. And when I saw the logo, like, oh, I seen that before. But I didn't know that was Amiri.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about fashion. Is Amiri here to stay?
Yeah. Especially in New York. Definitely.
I don't know, because I see you guys spend this money on this Amiri. I'm 38 years old. I've seen plenty of things come and go. Is Amiri here to stay? You say yes. Why?
I mean, just based off, people go based off of what they hear. So like, everybody hear like all these rappers and stuff saying Amiri in these songs. So like, they like, oh, nah, I gotta get Amiri, da da da. But you know,
but those things get burnt out. Is gallery department still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think gallery department here to stay though.
That's gonna stay.
Off-White still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's slowly.
It's slowing down.
Yeah, slowly.
None of those things got the staying power of Polo.
Nah,
OD.
Polo, because Polo is classic. It's not too much. There's not too much got going on.
I got a couple Polo tees in the crib right now.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen plenty of things come and go. Avizu, that's gone?
Yeah.
Y'all don't remember Parasucos. Parasucos was fly. They had the little stripe down the side. Like, I seen a lot of things come and go, son. So that's why I be a little worried on what to dive into. What's the other joint? Purple?
Yeah, purple's done.
Done?
Purple is done only because everybody want to get in Marys.
Yeah.
If everybody want to get in Marys, then Purple is still been around.
So what's your favorite brand out there?
Well, usually I go Kasubi, but I'm starting to get into like RTA jeans and stuff like that.
I don't wear jeans. I rather wear some cargos. I don't wear jeans.
Copy, cool. Bryce, you kind of got a little fashion inclination, right?
Yeah.
You putting together some product, or you thought about it?
Yeah, I'm starting my own clothing line.
What you got? What's the name of it?
It's called Life Regrets.
Tell me about that.
You know, it's just about like living life without regretting what happened in the past. Because you know how people, they say, what if I would have done this? What if I would have done that? But that happened for a reason. So you can't go back into the past and fix what happened. You gotta just deal with it.
What's the motivation for that name? Is there something specific that made you come to that point?
I mean, the transfer from Eagle to Wingate, I used to regret on like saying like, why did I come to this school? Eagle's better, da da da. And then it all worked out for me, so can't fix it. I just gotta deal with it.
So what's that process like creating a clothing brand? Your mom is in the fashion industry, right?
Yeah, she's in the fashion.
So you got a great source there, but you also got to do that work on your own. What's it like?
You know, it's tough coming up with like designs every day and stuff like that, because you got to also work with what the people like. You can't just think about yourself. So you got to look at other designs, see what they doing, then you got to try and put it in your own way. So it's like, it's kind of tough.
Are you coming up with sketches or how's it work?
I actually work on my iPad on this app called Procreate. It's very helpful. Very helpful.
Fashion is a tough industry because you gotta anticipate what the people may like. You gotta be innovative. How do you know what's good fashion?
Well, try and go based off what I see in social media. Really, I see how everybody wearing like the pink spider hoodies and stuff like that, and like all these graphic T-shirts. Try and like go based off of that and stuff like that.
But I guess you also got to keep an eye of kind of being ahead of the curve and kind of creating what's new also.
Yeah.
Make sure your coach get a nice little
I got you.
pack. You know what I mean? What else we got to discuss? So we got prom night, graduation.
Graduation was tough.
Why?
Last day, really with your friends for real in school. Yeah, all your family is there.
Kids better than me. Kids way better than me. Graduation, I wanted to walk across that stage and get out of there. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get out of there.
You look all right. Bryce, did you do any dance moves across the stage?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Dang, I must have missed that.
You was there?
Yeah. Was I there? Did we not take pictures together?
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, I'm gonna come see you.
I ain't see the guy a whole graduation.
Cause you're facing the stage and I'm behind you.
I walked across the stage.
I was way in the back. But dang, Bryce, I must have missed your dance moves, man. What was it like for your families though? What they say?
They was happy. While I was walking across the stage, I see my aunt running down the aisle with the camera on my face and stuff like that. And then like it was all smiling and giggles after that.
Y'all got a nice gift from Coach Baker that day.
I actually think it was about wearing it here today. But
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Tell them about it. What'd you get?
I got a book bag and we got a varsity jacket.
yeah, with our name on the side.
That varsity jacket was fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dad come back to one of the games and wear it to the games. Just one though. I gotta get one wear out of me.
And they fit nice too. They were your sizes. You guys are building something. You're the first.
Yeah.
That varsity jacket don't exist anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? What has been done over the last 2 years, not just with you guys, but with AB and Jay Reed and my man Mel, you guys are building something. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes we always fall in love with brands that are established. Dukes, North Carolinas, but you guys are the foundation. Everything that comes after this is because of you or inspired by you. Do you know how amazing that is? I don't think you know,
I feel like I know that we building something because like, after the season, I got kids asking me like, yo, should I transfer to Wingate? Should I do this? Like it feels good knowing that I produced enough to like actually make people want to do something that I did.
Absolutely. You gave him my number?
No.
Bryce said, don't come. No. But seriously, in all seriousness, you guys should be extremely proud to lay the foundation, to go somewhere where there's not much history of anything or recent history, and to plant your flag and say, you know what, I'm gonna build that place up, is next level stuff. Next level stuff, man. And I hope you guys are proud. It wasn't always easy, but you are doing it. And man, people coming up to you and saying, yo, son, what you think? Anybody come up to you, eh? Nah. Bryce, college.
Yep.
Senior night, you were recruited by your college.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think when they approached you?
I was surprised because at the time I didn't have no other college or nothing. That was my first time getting like spoken to by a college coach. So I was like kind of excited that I'm getting like accepted to a program, and I know that they believe in me because Baker, me and him had talks about the coach. He was like, it's a good fit for me and stuff like that. So I was happy.
What was the deciding factor in you choosing to play college basketball at York?
Just go out there and hoop.
The opportunity to go hoop. I played college basketball at York, you know, and when I learned that you was being recruited there, I told Baker, nah. You know, and I expressed this to you. I invited you and your mom out to dinner one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I don't really care about any of these buildings. I just care about my people. You know, and Bryce Haynes is one of my guys, and I just wanted you to have the best college experience possible. You know, and that's getting out the city, being in the dorm and different things. I wasn't sure if York has that.
Mm-hmm.
And I expressed that to Coach Baker, and Baker was like, yo, these young men need to play college basketball. And I, without question, everything you're going to be, and I was saying this to your mom also, it starts with your network, your foundation. And for a brother, a young black man of color, there's no greater network than the basketball community. So for the next 4 years, if somebody wants to give him the keys to a franchise, that's something we can't turn down. You know what I'm saying? So I told you, I wasn't an advocate for York. I was an advocate for you. And I thought it was a great opportunity if you have a coach that believes in you to go play there. And you and your family actually found out that York has dorms, and you about to pull that off. But recently, we learned that the coach is actually moving on. The guy that recruited you is moving on to another school. What did you think when you heard that news?
It was tough. I thought I was about to go in there, have a great relationship with the coach. You know, we was talking for a little bit here and there. Then when I found that he switched, it was like, dang, everything that I built it up is probably going to be gone now.
That is tough. That is tough. And my heart broke when I learned that happened, because I know you were excited for to play with him or play for him. Yeah, it was tough, man. And it actually took me a few days. I was trying to muster up the energy to face you. Like, yo, man, this is a tough spot. Here we are, this exciting opportunity to go play college basketball. And a few weeks before the season, your coach is gone. But I think you got the tools to make that place great nonetheless, no matter who the new coach is going to be. Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
I feel like I just got to go in there, work hard, build a relationship like how I did with Wingate. Mm-hmm. Same situation. Just try and turn everything around, make the best for me.
And that's why we talk about these lessons that we learn. Getting better is not just about improving your jump shot. Mm-hmm. Getting better is the lessons we learned in leadership, the lessons we learn about being a team member. You got to bring that to the building also. You can be a leader. Who knows? Your coach may be a young coach. Your coach may be an older coach. You can be a leader and take that program where it needs to go. Still. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a frustrating place and an uneasy place, but nothing changes. The standard is to walk in that building and be the best version of you and be the best you can be and take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So many times I think basketball players think in terms of just their skill set. Leadership can take a building to another level also. I sit here as a 2-time city champion from college. And when I brag about that, I ain't talking about any specific skill. I'm talking about my ability to get guys on one accord and get them moving towards one goal. So you have what it takes to do that, and I look forward to it playing out. Same with you, Aiddan. We mentioned earlier, what was your team last year, 3-13?
3-21.
3-21. You got a lot of work to do outside of just shooting and scoring. You got to set the tone walking in the gym early, 10 minutes before practice, so guys know that's the standard. If practice start at 4 o'clock, that don't mean I'm walking in the gym with my shoes untied at 4:02. Because if I see a team that's 3-28, that culture probably exists. And you can't go in there and say, yo, these guys don't got it or whatever, because this is your life. You only got 4 years at this, right? I ain't wasting time. I'm not going to be the guy like, yeah, man, we could have did X, Y, and Z, but these guys, no. I'm going to get these guys to where they need to be. And you know what the standard is. You have those abilities, right? These are the lessons you learned this senior year. You're going to use that information to go to the next level. And 4 years from now, I'm going to y'all senior night. Y'all going to have 1,500 points. Y'all going to celebrate 2 conference championships. Y'all going to be two-time All-Stars. And we on to the next chapter. Mm-hmm. What do you want to study, eh?
I'm still undecided.
What happened to being a dentist?
I couldn't do that, but still, I had to do the classes first. I'm undecided on what classes I'm going to take.
Copy, cool. What's the undergraduate degree for dentistry? Wouldn't you be like a bio major?
You can graduate with any degree, but you just have to have certain grades to get into the grad school.
Bryce, what you gonna study?
Entrepreneurship.
Boom. Why?
You know, cause I want to work for myself.
Because I talked you out of sports management. Nah, go ahead. Tell me why.
Nah, I really want to work for myself. Even if like basketball doesn't work out, take me to like overseas to the NBA or nothing. I want to work for myself. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to build my own base around myself.
When I had that dinner with you and your family, I talked about entrepreneurship and building what you want. A lot of kids think about sports management. They want to work in sports, and that's great. And I said that, yo, there's a lot of people with sports management degrees that's selling hot dogs in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? That's real. I think sometimes we don't really understand what we truly want. What we want is a great life. And at the end of the day, we want to go chill at the game with our family and our friends. We can get there multiple ways. And I actually put law school on your radar. You know, when you think about who's running these leagues, David Stern is a lawyer. A lot of these guys have law degrees. You know what I'm saying? Because when the big money's moving around, you need somebody to help with the contracts. You know what I mean? So I just wanted you guys to think outside the box. Entrepreneurship. I brought up a lethal shooter who goes around the globe playing ball, teaching people how to shoot. That's entrepreneurship. That man's in business for himself, and he gets to stay close to the game.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to think in that realm. Even you, if you go to be a dentist, what you gonna do? You gonna work in a hospital, or you want to have your own little practice where the kids in the neighborhood, oh no, that's Mr. Smith, and you give them lollipops and you give them laughing gas, and you could be the joke of the fun dentist.
Yeah,
right.
I actually told him about that. Like he could be the funny dentist.
Like dead serious, man.
Really, I think his joking thing like way.
No, cause like somebody could like walk in and their teeth is like messed up. And be like, oh.
But no, I want you guys to think about building. You know, with entrepreneurship, with business, you can target communities that you care about that maybe other companies may be neglecting. You can do different things. You can be creative with your schedule. You can hire the people you want. So I want you guys to start thinking about that. Entrepreneurship. LTG, Loyal to the Game Summer Classic, is an entrepreneurial endeavor that you guys love playing in every year. The My City Alumni Classic, entrepreneurial endeavor. Because I wanted to celebrate my peers, the D3 athlete. You guys were at My City this year. What was that like?
It was cool. Getting to see the old heads back in the court.
Try to see Baker play.
You know, Baker. That was my first time ever seeing Baker
You got
play.
him twice.
Yeah.
Where?
At My City. Yeah, 22, I believe.
Not twice.
I thought he got it last year.
No. Ja Cameron got it. What else? Bryce was there. Just a cool day. I want you guys to start thinking outside the box like that. What else we got, man? What's up with that crazy music you guys listen to?
I
crazy music.
talking about like drill music and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool, whatever, but you just gotta know how to like not let it get to you, cause some people listen to it, think they actually.
Some people listen to drill music and think that they really a drill.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that like that. I listen to it, but I don't listen to like OD.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a Stunning Gambino, a boogie type guy.
Stunning Gambino, that's that kid you was playing on when we took that ride to AC.
Yes.
How do you guys balance that? Understanding that, yo, it's just music, it's just art, and not get caught up in the persona and the thug nature that goes with it. How do you balance it? Because some people don't really understand.
I'm not from like that background that they from.
Like, you just gotta know who you are, basically.
What do you mean you're not from that background?
Like, I'm not from where they're from. Like, those people who make drill music, some of them, like, they grew up in the projects, they had it rough.
But some of them be having like the best life, like, and they still choose to take that path.
This is true, Bryce. They still choose to take that path. And even if you're not from that background, that element is around you.
Yeah.
So you guys, whether you know it or not, you are young leaders in your community and on your campuses. So this is important. How do you not fall victim to that?
I play basketball.
You gotta know your personnel. Like, you gotta know what you want to do in life. Mm-hmm. And you gotta like stick to that. You can't let other people like drift you off your path. They being influenced by the music, and it's taking over their heads.
Have the streets ever come close to your doorstep? Like, what's the closest it's been where, I don't know, situations that you had to get out of, or you witnessed, or you had to face? Anything?
I mean, where I used to live in Flatbush, not too far from Vanderveer Projects, if you know what that is. And like, it's dangerous over there. Like, I know like all the people in there, they all know me. They know I'm like the basketball kid. They know, stay to myself. I don't like try and hang out with them and none of that. But
You,
I mean, my neighborhood, there's gangsters in my neighborhood, but everybody in the neighborhood that's a gang member or whatever, they all know who I am because I play basketball. Like, everywhere I go, I got my book bag.
You play basketball? All right, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
I got my book bag, or I got like shoes in my hand, like with an extra shirt. They know I'm about to go play basketball. Mm-hmm. Like, they know like not to bring that around me and like that. So.
Yeah. And it's nothing wrong with like building like a relationship with those kind of people, because like those would be the people to like tell you like, yo, like something about to happen, like get out of here. So yeah, just know how to stay to yourself, really.
It is a challenge for you young men, and I worry. I was talking to my neighbor the other day. Like, when I go outside, everybody knows me. I say hello to the nerds. I say hello to the stick-up guys, but I'm fortunately in a position, and this is a lifetime of work, that they know not to come my way with some BS. Mm-hmm. And I feel sometimes young people don't know how to create that distance. And it sounds like you two have done that. Like, yo, they know I'm the basketball guy. Like, they know not to come in over here with some bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some of the young people who they're not clear on the line. You know, they think they're a basketball gangster. Or, you know, Baker always tell you, be careful about which car you jump into. You know what I mean? You never know what these guys got under the seat. Like, serious stuff. Mm-hmm. To this day, everybody can't just come and say, we'll jump in the car. Nah, what you got in there? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but we got to keep our heads on the swivel. We got to be sharp. But you guys seem to be on the right track, man. And that's why I rock with you guys. We don't have any bad kids at the Wingate program. Nah. So like, y'all, we always talk about, oh, your kids drive us crazy, this and that. But we don't have any bad kids, man. You guys are outstanding. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys. It's been a pleasure being in the gym with you guys. What's next?
I'm out of hoop for the next 4 years. That's what's next. I'm out of hoop.
You got goals for the next 4 years?
Play basketball. Get a degree.
Your basketball goals, son.
I'm just gonna play basketball. Like, that's it.
Championships, all-stars, points.
That's gonna come. Like, I know it's gonna come. So that's not really a goal. Like, I know it's gonna happen. But for right now, the goal is to like get the team into a better spot.
There we go. Aiddan, you texted me recently, and it was interesting. I guess you had just learned that I wasn't going to be coaching anymore.
Yes.
How did you learn, and what did you think?
I don't remember how I learned. To be honest, I really don't remember how I learned. But when I thought about it, I was just like, yeah, Coach Will was with me ever since I got here, and like now that I graduate, I hear that he's no longer coach. Like, shit, wow.
What'd you think, Bryce?
I mean, this is my first time hearing about it, but now that I know, it's like dang, that Coach Will was like the guy to like make sure everybody was like okay, make sure they on the right path and their head was straight, stuff like that.
Like the grandfather Wingate.
Yeah.
The grandfather Wingate. Thanks, A. But it's interesting when you text me, Aiddan. You guys were the last ones I was concerned about because you're moving on, right? So I've coached. It's not like you going back to school and I won't be there. So it was interesting that you had that take. And I said that, I was like, yo, hey, what you talking about? You moving on. You was like, dang, so I wish I would have heard it from you, XYZ. But I want to talk about me not coaching. And how do I say this? Never in my life did I think I would work as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knew me knew that. When I finished my college basketball career, I was done. And the reason for that is, y'all, I played a game of life, like hard. And sometimes that don't always work in every environment. Y'all know me, I'm regimented, I'm on time, I'm about the books. And sometimes I don't feel like just dragging everybody along to be on that page. Like, there's just not that many people in the world like that. So I choose to just lay low and work with a select group. That's why Baker's my man. From when we was at Kingsborough, he was a 19-year-old kid, but he was about his business. Mm-hmm. So I never had a desire to coach. Then 2018, my man gets the head coaching position at Brooklyn College. And he invited me to be a part of his staff. Now, that wasn't about basketball. That was about one of our alumni having the opportunity to run his program. That's special. That was about service to my brother. That was about letting the conference know that one of us former players are worthy of building this program. So he's about to go on this endeavor. He needs somebody to watch his back. I got him. So I did that. Did that for 1 year. I was no longer part of that program. At that same time, Baker's transitioning to Dewey. And I look over, I see my young bro. He the only one in the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? It's just him and the kids. He working. I said, yo, let me go play my part to serve my brother. Right? Because you kids is crazy. Just even him just having another adult to bounce ideas off of and stuff. That's what that was about. It wasn't about, yo, I'm about to coach for the next 20 years. It was about service to my brother. So we move on to Wingate. Boom, bam, boom. And I look at where he is. He's his athletic director. He's at the place that's 10 blocks from where he live. My job is done. My job is done. Now, you guys are my guys forever. Not just you, but even the guys coming through the pipeline. Jordan King, Naeem Walker. My service to the program doesn't stop. I'm still out there trying to be the best version of I can be and bring resources to our community. That don't stop. I just won't be in the gym every day. And if I can't be in the gym every day, I'm not sitting on anybody's bench. Mm-hmm. That's the standard I got for myself. You know what I mean? So understand that when you text me, hey, it was like I was leaving. Never in my mind did I consider that I was leaving. I'm just transitioning to a new position. I'm always going to give my all to Baker, his program, and to you guys. That don't change. My phone number don't change. You know what I'm saying? So please understand that. Anybody that was wondering. And when you look at my tenure coaching, I want you to get one thing. It was always about service. It wasn't about my personal agenda to be a coach or what I was aspiring to be. No, I was doing that in my off time while I pursued my degree, while I built my podcast, while I work on other projects. I had some time, I had some resources, I had some abilities that I thought could serve my people. So why not do that? Why not water those seeds and watch them grow while I'm doing this also? So I could have a full life. You know what I'm saying? I got Aiddan Smiths in my in my as a part of my work, Bryce Haynes. Like these are things I plan on being a part of forever or having these relationships forever. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to keep that in mind. It's not always about what serves you directly. That was about putting on for my people. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all take anything away, like, yo, bro, my man is building something. Let's get hot. Let's go do it. And in helping him, I was able to do some cool things with my podcast, just being in the PSL room, learning about different things. Oh, snap, let me invite that guest. Oh, snap, let me do this. You know what I mean? So please keep that in mind. I ain't going anywhere. I'm still here. We forget anything?
Nah, I don't think so.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
What?
I don't know.
We talked about beginning of the year. Talked about season. I mean,
There's definitely some people in the building alone who that held us down during the season.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get some shout-outs in a minute. You got something, right?
yeah, I got a shout
Nah, it
out.
wasn't even a shout out. I mean, like, what they did, like, really held us down.
Like what?
How do I say this?
Nothing illegal, right?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. Like, Mr. Zanich. Mr. Zanich, like, he, say we was in need, he, like, let us use the laptops. He let us, like, sit in his room. He came to us, like, say, for college or anything. Like, Mr. Zanich was, like, the go-to guy for every student in the 12th grade. Like, everybody went to him.
Is that the teacher you would say you connected with the most while at Wingate?
The teacher? Nah, teacher, like, wait, yeah, you say Miss Hudson, the teacher?
Yeah, I guess so.
The teacher I connected to with the most was Miss Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she called me like her son. Like, she called me her old, like her work son.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's the person I connected with the most.
How about you, Bryce? In your short time, what teacher would you say had the greatest impact on you?
Well, I say Miss H and Baker,
Mm-hmm.
really. Miss H really, like, she really made sure everybody was good on the basketball team. Like,
Miss Hamilton?
yes, everybody.
Hey, she's Hamilton.
Like,
She held it down.
she used to feed us, like, we didn't get no free. Feed us actual food.
Yeah, if we had when you go outside, Miss Hamilton, she ordered us pizza or something.
Yeah. But that's what a program is. You understand that?
Yeah.
It's not about just wins and losses and the coaches. Everybody contributes. From when you first walk into school, who's some of your first contact? Miss Miller. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Miss Best in the office, Mr. Papula running around. It is a team effort. And it's important that when you go on your journey and you start to be a part of teams, you don't neglect anybody. You don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you take care of everybody. If Miss Hamilton was feeding y'all, make sure when y'all swing back through, yo, Miss Hamilton, I got you.
She still come to every game. Like, she's still coming to games
Yeah,
and summer and everything.
Yeah, Miss Gardner too. Her and my mom was like Kobe and Shaq
Oh,
when
snap.
it came to that college trip. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you got to make sure to always make sure these people are appreciated. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that in your life that's willing to hold you down. Make sure they feel appreciated. Make sure that they know that you value them. All right? And that just, not only is it the right thing to do, but it keeps them energized. Keep them wanting to help you and be in your corner. You know what I mean? You guys got greatness ahead of you. I really believe that. And I look forward to watching it unfold. You know, I was talking to a parent the other day. She was like, yo, Holly, I really appreciate like the time you guys have devoted to my son. I hope this is not the end. Even Bryce's mom said something about that when we went to dinner. I'm like, the end? These kids are my retirement plan. Like, yo, I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to call them up in a few. Like, yo, Bryce, word, that clothing line is rocking. Let your coach hold some. You know what I'm saying? What else we got?
I don't even know.
Wingate legacy. What you want it to be?
Well, I personally feel like, I left like the biggest mark.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead, A. Go
I
ahead.
mean, how? Abdul came, right? Abdul came. He averaged like 20. He had like 300 points. Don't get me wrong. He had an excellent year, but he went 5-13.
Aiddan, okay, keep going.
Me, I had a team, right? I had a guard, I had a big man, right?
Huh?
They depended on me. They depended on me, and I came through numerous times. I led my team to the playoffs. I feel like I had a better year than the majority of people who came from the school.
Yo, I have major problems with you saying. You know why? Because that team that you talking about 5-13, you were on that team.
I definitely was.
So how you gonna talk as if you wasn't a part of
But I
that?
was a part of the team, but I'm not saying I was a part of the team. He left, and then I had the team to myself. And when I had the team to myself, we went farther. We had a better overall team.
But you discounting what the foundation that he laid.
I'm not discounting it.
And Jay Reed.
I'm not
And Mel.
I'm not discounting it. They had a good year.
So when Naeem and Jordan go to the championship, they're gonna be sitting up here talking trash about Aiddan and Bryce.
I'm not talking trash about them. Jordan has to give me credit. He has to give me credit.
That's your job, man.
That kid
That's
has
your
to give me
job.
credit.
Bryce, what do you want your George Wingate legacy to be?
Just known as the kid who came in and took over. Just be the difference maker of the team.
You did. You really did take over, son, from early. Low key, great performance. You versus Brooklyn Collegiate.
Yeah.
The scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a great performance by me. Yeah.
Yo, you shot like 90% that day. You said even the other team was like, yo, bro, you tough.
Yeah. They was texting me after the game.
And what was cool about that was a scrimmage. You did it against the AA competition, which is considered the best.
Yep.
You know, man, I see you hold your own against everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Aiddan, you said something interesting when we were in the summer league. You guys were about to play a game. I was like, yo, hey, you better play some defense. You said, of course, coach. I'm a college athlete now. I'm about to play some defense. And that was interesting because it seems as if you feel different now that you've been accepted at the college level.
Yeah.
Does it make it you feel like, hey, I'm somebody?
Yeah, definitely did. Cause like there's a lot of people in high school, A division, they don't go on to play college basketball.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got the opportunity to leave home, to go to Long Island, to have something to myself, like play basketball out there. Like I feel like I was accepted.
When you said that, and you said it with all the seriousness, like you were tying your shoe, you weren't even looking up at me, and I was like, wow, that's funny because I could see like your demeanor change because wow, you've reached a really important milestone. This is something we always had in mind for you, but I guess for you it's like, yo, that may have not always been in the cards, but here I am. Here I am. Now, Bryce, you're going to be staying at a dorm too in York. Mm-hmm. What do you think your day-to-day is going to be like being a college student? Hey, I'm asking you the same question. Being a college student in a dorm, but in close proximity to your family.
I mean, it's going to be good because you still get that feeling of living on your own. You got school, homework, basketball, and then you can look at it as, like, say some games you go on the road, like we play Brooklyn College. I could just go to my aunt's house, so we play a team in Manhattan. Yeah.
Hey, what's that Westbury experience like when you think about your next couple of months from September to December? What's it gonna be like? You gonna be trying to go home every weekend? What?
The first couple weeks, I would know when to go home, cause like I'm not gonna really know nobody like that, so I know I'm gonna go home. But then like when I get used to like the people, I feel like I'm gonna stay more often and like I'm gonna just be around. Cause I'm already cool with like majority of the basketball team, so and the majority of them they're mostly upperclassmen. So like I feel like I could just stay with them more than everybody else.
All right, I'm gonna tell your mom don't let you come home.
That's a long ride train home anyway. So
you gotta stay there and figure it out, bro. You gotta stay there and figure it out. I'm so very proud of you, young man, and truly, man, excited about what's next. We got the live show, WBH Radio live, Saturday, September 23rd. You can come home that weekend. You coming to the show?
Am I featured on the show? I'm coming.
Bryce Haynes.
Yeah, I'm coming to the show.
I'm coming.
Aiddan Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, it'd be cool to have you in there. Although I don't think this podcast is coming out before then.
Jeez.
That's not.
I'm saving this for October when we do like a PSAL type preview. Like before the PSAL season starts, some former PSAL stars. That's funny?
Nah,
Yes,
if
I
PSAL had an all-star game, we definitely supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Send some shout outs to your family, man. Let's get out of here.
God, shout out my Dukes. Shout out all my family, but Ma the most. She the one that makes sure everything go how it's supposed to go for real.
I shout out my moms. I shout out Miss Hudson. Shout out the whole friend group. Jamila, Leslie, Abby, Larry, Gianni. Definitely shout out Miss A, Miss Thomas. That's it.
God, shout out my 40 boys too. They really know what's up. We go out, work out every day in the morning, do some little drills or whatever.
I saw a video of you. It was real old. You was near like some chain fence and it was dark. And y'all was just jumping up and down. I think you dunked on some little hoop.
Oh.
What was that? What was going on there?
That was just me and my friends just joking around. We really just be joking around all the time, just enjoying each other's company.
Aiddan, I can't reference any of your social media posts. Somebody's...
But that was the one time. I wasn't expecting to put that there. That's not my fault. I was not expecting to put that there. He did that out of comedy. I was like, you know what, bro, whatever. I'm not even gonna say you take it down because.
Dang, there was something else I was about to mention, man. I forgot. Dang, I forgot messing with you. I forgot. Oh, yes. Give me the Wingate starting five next year.
Right now, Jordan definitely a starter. Naeem definitely a starter. I gotta see who else he bringing in. Oh, Jaden definitely a starter. Jaden. Other two spots is really up for grabs.
Rashawn Walker?
It's up for grabs. Like,
Oh, Jazz Jeffers. Boom.
that's up for grabs.
Oh, Hassani Tom. Oh, Baker got his hands full.
That's
Okay.
why I said up for grabs. Those three are definitely starters though.
Give me a five, Bryce.
I gotta put my son Q in the starting line.
Oh, Quasi McCray. Yeah. Quasi looked good this summer.
Yeah, I gotta put him in there.
That's a lot of guards.
Quasi McCray.
He's starting to get more comfortable with the ball. I say Jazz at the 2. Jordan, Naeem.
Rashawn Walker, that's it.
Nah, I say Baker gonna put Naeem at the 5 and put somebody else at the 4.
Can't forget about Z Bills. Nah, Baker got his hands full, but that's what a program is about. You know, practices should be intense, should be great, and Wingate's going to another level afterwards. I want to say thank you to you young men for being on this podcast. I want to say thank you to you young men for your service to the basketball program. I want to say thank you to you young men for the respect and I will say care that you've shown to me. You know, your coaches, real life happens for us also. And it's great to hear from you guys, to see you guys. You know, I come outside, you guys re-energize me. You know, one reason I like being around young people is because you guys have the audacity to believe that you're going to change the world. And you are. You know, most people, once they get into adult life, they just looking at the clock waiting for 5 o'clock to hit. Like, nah, you guys are talking about new projects, different things you want to do. And that motivates me. I showed you guys a new project that I ain't telling anybody about, but you know what I mean? That comes from being motivated by you and wanted to be the guy that some of you think I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Y'all think I'm cool, but then I gotta go be cool. Feel me? You don't think I'm cool, eh?
You are a cool guy.
He called me the Grandpa Wingate. Man, yo, we out of here. WBH Radio. I'm your host, William Holly, man. We out. Later.